The Founding Fathers and the Patriot Heroes. Who are the Founding Fathers and Patriot Heroes, and what did they do? The Founding Fathers are the most prominent statement of America's Revolution. They are responsible for the successful war of colonial independence from Great Britain. The Patriot Heroes were also prominent statesmen who risked everything for the sake of their country. For years the colonies had been fighting with Great Britain because of injustices, and the Founding Fathers and the Patriot Heroes took action. There are many events that each Founding Father was involved in, but they also played a vital role while creating the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, and the Constitution. George Washington is known as the first President of the United States, but he made several accomplishments before he became president. He became known as a Founding Father because of his leadership during the American Revolutionary War. Washington proved to be a great general. His strength lay not in his genius on the battlefield, but in his ability to keep the struggling colonial army together. His troops were poorly trained and lacked food, ammunition, and other supplies. However, Washington was able to give them the direction and motivation to keep going. During the American Revolution, he led the colonial forces to victory over the British and became a national hero. So what was the American Revolution? The American Revolution was a time when the British colonists in America rebelled against the rule of Great Britain. There were many battles fought, and the colonies gained their freedom and became the independent country of the United States. The American Revolutionary War lasted from 1775 until 1783. After bringing victory to the United States as a commander-in-chief, he was then elected to run for presidency. Our second founding father is John Adams, the second president of the United States. John Adams was a leader of the American Revolution. However, his contribution to America was while he was in France. John Adams served as a diplomat in Europe and helped negotiate the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which officially ended the American Revolutionary War. The Treaty of Paris was the document that established the American Revolutionary War was formally ended. The British acknowledged the independence of the United States. The colonial empire of Great Britain was destroyed in North America, and the U.S. boundaries were established. With this treaty, the United States was recognized as an independent nation. Thirdly, Thomas Jefferson, our third president, was also a founding father. Thomas Jefferson was the author of the Declaration of Independence, him along with four other people. The Declaration of Independence is one of the most important documents in the history of the United States. It was an official act taken by all 13 American colonies in declaring independence from the British rule. The Declaration of Independence stated that seeking independence from Britain had become necessary for the colonies, while the body of the document outlined a list of grievances against the British Crown. The preamble includes its most famous passage: "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the government." Our next founding father is Benjamin Franklin. He was part of the five-member committee that helped draft the Declaration of Independence. Benjamin Franklin was not involved in the physical battlefield. He dealt with the documents and treaties of the United States. Benjamin Franklin proposed a plan for uniting the colonies under a national Congress. Although it was rejected, it helped lay the groundwork for the Articles of Confederation. A fun fact about Benjamin Franklin is he was the only founding father to have signed all four of the key documents establishing the U.S. the Declaration of Independence, the Treaty Alliance with France, the Treaty of Paris establishing peace with Great Britain, and the U.S. Constitution. Our last founding father is Samuel Adams. Just like Benjamin Franklin, he was not involved on the battlefield, but he helped organize opposition to British taxation, including the Boston Tea Party. He, just like the rest, knew they were being mistreated and were not being fair to the colonies. Therefore, his actions showed the rebellions of the people in the colony. He also signed the Declaration of Independence. The next two are Patriot heroes, Nathan Hale and the Sons of Liberty. Nathan Hale was a captain during the Revolutionary War. On a secret mission ordered by General George Washington, Howe went behind enemy lines to gather information on the British Army's location. He volunteered on the secret mission knowing spies were considered illegal. He was caught by the British and hanged for espionage. His brave action and loyalty to the colonies encouraged others to join the troops and fight for their colonies. Lastly, the Sons of Liberty, a group of shoekeepers and artisans. Their most popular objective was to force stamp distributions throughout the colonies to resign. The group also applied pressure to any merchants who did not comply with the non-importation associations. These patriot heroes wanted the people in the colonies to see how great their country were and how they were being mistreated by Great Britain. Even though they did not act accordingly, it was a wake-up call for the citizens of the colonies to stand up for their colonies. The United States was ruled by Great Britain, and it took everyone to become an independent nation, generals, leaders, and the citizens of the colonies. Documents were signed to make the United States an independent country and to also establish rules for the colonies.